Hello, champ. Congratulations on clearing the NOS Level 1 exam. Welcome to India's most awaited and award-winning Olympiad finale, the NOF Champions League. We've prepared 4 sample papers, 40 questions each, with 3 video solutions to help you perform your best. Watch carefully, take notes, practice, and excel. Here is your science sample paper with solutions.
Hello students, welcome. Now we are starting class 7 sample paper 4 of NOF Science Champions League. I'll explain you all the 40 questions. I'll tell you the correct answer and will also explain why the answer is correct. So let's begin with the question number 1. Question number 1. Which of the following group consists of only parasitic organisms? A. Tick, lichen, mosquito. B. Tapeworm, leech and tick. C. Mushroom, Venus flytrap and amoeba. D. Flea, earthworm and lion. Now let's understand what parasitic organisms are. So, parasitic organisms live on or inside another organism and depend on it for food. Tapeworm, leech and tick all depend on hosts for survival. And other options include organisms that are not parasites, like lichen or earthworm. So clearly option B, which says tapeworm, leech and tick are parasitic organisms. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 2. In the human digestive system, organ A is elongated and lies below the stomach. What is the organ A and its main function in digestion? A. Liver, storage of bile. B. Pancreas, secretion of insulin and digestive enzymes. C. Large intestine, absorption of nutrients. D. Small intestine, production of hydrochloric acid. Here, the correct answer is option B, pancreas. Here, the clue is that the organ is elongated and lies below the stomach. That organ is the pancreas. Now remember, the pancreas secretes digestive enzymes and insulins, and liver stores bile, and small intestine doesn't produce hydrochloric acid. So pancreas is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 3. What nutrient deficiency might this plant be experiencing? A. Nitrogen, B. Phosphorus, C. Magnesium and D. Potassium. Here the correct answer is option A, which says nitrogen, because when a plant lacks nitrogen, its growth becomes poor. Leaves often turn pale or yellow, just like it is shown in the image, and nitrogen is essential for leaf growth, and other nutrients cause different symptoms. So nitrogen deficiency fits best here. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 4. Question number 4. A farmer might plant corn, then beans after the corn's harvest. How does this practice benefit the soil? A. It prevents soil erosion. B. It replenishes soil fertility. C. It reduces pest infestation. And D. All of these. The correct answer is option D. Now think about crop rotation. Planting beans after corn improves soil fertility because legumes and nitrogen. It also reduces pests and prevents soil erosion. So all given benefits are correct. That's why option D is the right choice. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 5. Silk fibers are strong and lustrous. These are synthesized by dash secreted by silkworms. A. Blood, B. Protein, C. Hormone and D. Venom. The correct answer is protein, because silk is produced by silkworms. They secrete a protein substance, and this protein hardens to form silk fibers. Blood, hormones or venom are not involved, so protein is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 6. You are planning a camping trip during the monsoon season. You need to pack a raincoat. What type of material is often used for making raincoats and why? A. Linen, they are biodegradable. B. Polyester, they do not absorb water and dry quickly. C. Nylon, they provide better insulation. And D. Linen, they are lighter than cotton. Here the correct answer is option B, because raincoats should not absorb water, and polyester is waterproof and also dries quickly. That's why it is ideal during monsoon camping, and linen absorbs water, so it's unsuitable. Hence option B is the correct answer. Next question is question number 7. Which property distinguishes nylon from cotton and wool? A. Biodegradability. B. Origin, C. Colors, and D. Thickness. The correct answer is origin, because nylon is synthetic while cotton and wool are natural. So the key difference is their origin. Biodegradability also differs, but origin is the basic distinction. Color and thickness are not defining factors, thus option B fits here. Our next question is question number 8. A factory worker cleans a corroded metal surface with a diluted acid. Which acid is commonly used for this purpose? A. Concentrated sulfuric acid, B. Citric acid, C. Hydrochloric acid, and D. Acetic acid. The correct answer is hydrochloric acid, because hydrochloric acid is commonly used to clean corroded metals. It also removes rust effectively, while citric acid and acetic acids are weak acids. Concentrated sulfuric acid is too dangerous, so HCl is the correct answer. The next question is question number 9. Sometimes farmers add slaked lime to their fields before preparing a crop. How does this practice benefit farmers? A. This increases the acidity of the soil. B. This increases the basic pH of the soil. C. This improves the aeration of the soil. D. This increases water retention in soil. The correct answer is option number B, because slaked lime is basic in nature. It reduces soil acidity. This increases the pH of acidic soil. That improves crop growth. So option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 10. A pH chart shows a substance with a pH of 8. What type of substance is it? A. Strongly acidic, B. Weak acid, C. Neutral, and D. Weak base. The correct answer is weak base, because a pH greater than 7 means basic and a pH 8 is only slightly basic. So it is a weak base. It is neither acidic nor neutral. Hence option D is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 11. An old statue shows signs of damage due to acid rain. What type of reaction occurs between acid rain and the calcium carbonate in the statue? A. Acidic reaction, B. Neutralization reaction, C. Oxidation reaction, and D. Displacement reaction. The correct answer is neutralization reaction, because acid rains react with calcium carbonate in statues. This reaction neutralizes the acid, so it is a neutralization reaction. No oxidation or displacement happens here, thus option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 12. Rihanna poured some cake batter into a baking dish and placed it in an oven. She observed the cake rising in a baking dish. What kind of change does this baking involve? A. Physical change, which is reversible. B. Physical change, which is irreversible. C. Chemical change, which is irreversible. And D. Chemical change, which is reversible. The correct answer is option C, because when the cake is baked, a new substance is formed. This change cannot be reversed. So it is a chemical change and it is irreversible. Hence option C is the correct option. Our next question is question number 13. During an experiment, you mixed vinegar and baking soda in a test tube. You observed some bubbles form during the process. When vinegar is added to baking soda, what do the bubbles indicate? The bubbles which is shown here. A. Formation of new solid substance. B. Release of a gas. C. Change in the state of matter. And D. Change in temperature of the mixture. The correct answer is release of gas, because when vinegar reacts with baking soda, gas bubbles appear, and this gas is carbon dioxide. Bubble formation indicates gas release, so it's a chemical reaction. Thus option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 14. Which of the following is a physical change but cannot be reversed? A. Boiling water on a stove. B. Cutting a piece of cloth to make a shirt. C. Building a tower using Lego pieces. D. Folding a piece of paper to make an origami bird. The correct answer is option number B, because cutting cloth changes shape but no new substances forms. However, it cannot be reversed. So it's physical and irreversible. Boiling and folding are reversible, hence option B is the correct answer. Next question is question number 15. Assertion. Silver tarnishes when exposed to air for a long time. Reason: silver forms a new compound due to physical change. A. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason explains the assertion. B. Both assertion and reason are true, but the reason does not explain the assertion. C. The assertion is true, but the reason is false. D. Both assertion and reason are false. So, silver does tarnish when exposed to air. That part is true. But it forms a new compound due to a chemical change, not physical. So the reason is false. Thus option C, the assertion is true but the reason is false, is the correct option. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 16. During a rainy day, a person sees a rainbow in the sky. What causes the formation of a rainbow? A. Reflection of light from the clouds. B. Refraction and dispersion of light and water droplets. C. Diffraction of sunlight through raindrops. And D. Absorption of light by the clouds. The correct answer is option B. So rainbows form when sunlight enters water droplets and light get refracted and dispersed. This splits light into colors, and reflection alone cannot do this. So option B is the correct answer. Refraction and dispersion of light. Our next question is question number 17. A student conducts an experiment using a convex lens to focus sunlight onto a piece of paper. The paper starts burning after a few seconds. Why does the paper burn when sunlight is focused through the convex lens? A. The lens reflects sunlight. B. The lens disperses sunlight into its colors. C. The lens concentrates sunlight at its focal point. And D. The lens absorbs sunlight and transfers heat. The correct answer is option C. So let's see. A convex lens converges sunlight and it also focuses light at one point, and this increases the temperature. That's why the paper burns. So the lens concentrates sunlight at its focal point is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 18. Which of the following belong to the category of conductors? A. Copper, aluminium, wood. B. Plastic, rubber, copper. C. Aluminium, silver, gold. And D. Wood, glass, copper. The correct answer is aluminium, silver and gold, because metals conduct electricity and aluminium, silver and gold are all metals. Wood and plastic do not conduct electricity, so option C is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 19. Which of the following statements about electric circuits is incorrect? Incorrect. A. A switch controls the flow of current. B. A battery supplies electrical energy. C. A wire conducts electrical current with high resistance. D. A bulb lights up when current flows through it. So here the incorrect statement is option number C, because wires usually have low resistance and high resistance would stop the current. So statement C is incorrect, while other statements A, B and D are correct. Hence option C is our correct answer. The next question is question number 20. A ceiling fan is rotating at a constant speed. What type of motion does the fan blades exhibit? A. Linear motion. B. Rotational motion. C. Oscillatory motion. And D. Periodic motion. The correct answer is option number B, because fan blades rotate around a fixed axis. This is a rotational motion. It is not linear or oscillatory, and speed remains constant. So option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 21. You are sitting on a swing and swinging back and forth. At which point in your swing is your speed the highest? A. At the highest point of the swing. B. At the lowest point of the swing. C. Your speed remains constant throughout the swing. D. When you are halfway between the highest and lowest points. Here the correct answer is option number B, because at the lowest point speed is maximum. Potential energy converts to kinetic energy, and at the highest point speed is 0. So lowest point is the correct answer. Hence option B, at the lowest point of the swing, is the correct answer. The next question is question number 22. Which of the following are scalar quantities? A. Speed, distance. B. Velocity, displacement. C. Speed, force. And D. Displacement and velocity. Here the correct answer is option number A, because speed has magnitude only and distance also has a magnitude only. Meanwhile, velocity and displacements have direction. So option A, speed and distance, is correct answer. Our next question is question number 23. Imagine you are driving a car on a straight highway. You maintain a constant speed of 60 km per hour for 2 hours. What can you say about the car's motion? A. The car is at rest. B. The car is accelerating. C. The car is decelerating. D. Decelerating. Again. Question number 23. Imagine you are driving a car on a straight highway. You maintain a constant speed of 60 km per hour for 2 hours. What can you say about the car's motion? A. The car is at rest. B. The car is accelerating. C. The car is decelerating. D. The car is moving with uniform velocity. Here, the correct answer is option number D, because constant speed in a straight line means uniform velocity, and distance covered is equal in equal time. There is no acceleration. So option D is the best and correct answer. Our next question is question number 24. If a population of rabbits increases significantly, what is the likely long-term effect on the ecosystem if there are no predators to control their numbers? A. Increased plant biodiversity. B. Decreased food supply for other herbivores. C. Increase in predator population. And D. Decreased carbon dioxide levels. The correct answer is option number B, because too many rabbits eat plants. This reduces food for other herbivores and ecosystem balance is disturbed. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 25th. A community decides to reduce the amount of plastic waste in its area. They encourage the use of reusable bags, the recycling of plastic and the reduction of single-use plastics. Which of the following is the most direct environmental benefit of this initiative? A. Increased biodiversity in the region. B. Reduce the pollution in water bodies. C. More trees planted in the area. And D. Place more community dustbins. The correct answer is option number B. Reduce pollution in water bodies. So plastic pollutes water bodies, and reducing plastic directly reduces water pollution. Other benefits are indirect. So the direct and correct here initiative is reduce pollution in water bodies. Our next question is question number 26. Trees help bind the soil with their roots, preventing it from washing away. Which of the natural events can be avoided by increased plantation? A. Earthquake. B. Cyclone. C. Soil erosion. And D. Tsunami. The correct answer is soil erosion, because roots bind soil. This prevents soil erosion, and trees cannot stop earthquake or tsunamis. So option C is the correct answer. And next question is question number 27. Deforestation in an area causes a nearby river to dry up over time. What is the main reason? A. Animals stop drinking water. B. Lack of trees reduce groundwater replenishment. C. Soil erosion blocked the river's flow. And D. The temperature of the area decreased. The correct answer is option number B, because trees help recharge groundwater, and without trees, water retention decreases and river dry over time. So option B is the correct answer. Lack of trees reduce groundwater replenishment. And next question is question number 28. Assertion: fish have gills to extract oxygen from water. Reason: water contains less oxygen compared to air. A. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason explains the assertion. B. Both assertion and reason are true, but the reason does not explain the assertion. C. The assertion is true, but the reason is false. And D. Both assertion and reason are false. Here the correct answer is option number A, because fish use gills to absorb oxygen and water has less oxygen than air. So the reason explains the assertion. Both are true. Hence option A is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 29. Photosynthesis is a process where plants make their food using sunlight. Which of the following events is required for the process to occur in plants? A. Plants absorb oxygen through the pores in the stem. B. Chlorophyll in leaves absorbs solar energy to produce sugar. C. Veins in the leaves help stomata to exchange gases. And D. Plants move from a shaded area to brightly lit area. The correct answer is option number B. Why? Because chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and this energy is used to make food. Other options are incorrect processes. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is question number 30. After a marathon, a runner feels exhausted and breathes heavily. This is due to which process? A. Aerobic respiration. B. Inhalation. C. Anaerobic respiration. And D. Exhalation. The correct answer is anaerobic respiration because during heavy exercise, oxygen supply reduces and muscles switch to anaerobic respiration. This causes fatigue. Hence, option C is the correct answer. The next question is question number 31. Identify the regions that fall under the tropical zone. A. Amazon rainforest, Greenland, Sahara Desert, and India. Option A says only 1 and 4, B only 2 and 3, C only 1, 3 and 4, and D all of the above. So, Amazon rainforest and India lie near the equator. They receive direct sunlight and Greenland is polar. So, only 1 and 4 are the correct answer. So, option A, which says only 1 and 4 is the correct answer. The next question is question number 32. A prolonged drought has affected a grassland ecosystem. The grass is dry and herbivores like deer and rabbits are struggling to find food. Predators such as lions and foxes are also showing signs of distress due to lack of prey. If the drought continues, A. Predator population will increase due to migration. B. Predator population will decline due to lack of food. C. Predator population will remain stable. Again, C. Predator population will remain stable. And D. Predator population will adapt to become omnivorous. Here the correct answer is option number B. Why? Because less prey means less food for predators and predator population declines. They cannot survive for long term. So option B is the correct answer. Next question is question number 33. A desert animal drinks very little water and remains in burrows during the day. What is the primary adaptation enabling this survival? A. High body temperature tolerance. B. Long limbs for faster movement. C. Thick fur for protection against heat. And D. Ability to conserve water. The correct answer is option number D. Because desert animals conserve water. They drink very little water. This helps survival. So option D is the correct answer. The next question is question number 34. A patch of land near a river has significantly lower temperatures compared to the surrounding area. What is the best explanation for this phenomenon? A. The land near the river is more humid, which lowers the temperature. B. The river reflects heat into the surroundings. C. The area is less exposed to sunlight due to trees. And D. The river absorbs heat, making the nearby area cooler. The correct answer is option number A. Because rivers increase humidity and water absorbs heat. This cools the nearby areas. So option A is the correct answer. The next question is question number 35th. Match the natural phenomena with their causes. Cyclone, thunderstorm, tornado and land breeze. Here the correct answer. Again. Question number 35th. Match the natural phenomena with their causes. Cyclone, thunderstorm, tornado and land breeze. Option A says 1 is storm surge, moist air, dry air and evaporation. B says moist air, high pressure, storm surge and cloud formation. C says rotating winds, moist air, rotating column and difference in land and sea temperature. D says cloud formation, rotating winds, heavy rainfall and sea evaporation. So, cyclones involves rotating winds, thunderstorm involves moist air, tornado is a rotating column, and land breeze depends on temperature differences. So option C, which says rotating winds, moist air, rotating column, and difference in land and sea temperature is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question, that is question number 36. A farmer observes dark clouds, high wind speeds, and a rapid drop in temperature. What precautions should the farmer take immediately? A. Begin harvesting crops quickly. B. Move livestock and equipment to the safe shelter. C. Burn dry leaves to clear the fields. And D. Spray pesticides to protect crop. The correct answer is option number B, because dark clouds and strong wind indicate storms. Safety comes first, so livestock and equipment must be protected. So option B is the correct answer. Our next question is question number 37. Dust storm occurs when A. High pressure air moves into low pressure areas. B. Low pressure air moves into high pressure areas. C. Humid air mixes with cold air. And D. Rain clouds form near mountains. The correct answer is option number A. So high pressure air moves to low pressure areas. This causes the strong wind and dust gets lifted. So option A is the correct answer. Next question is question number 38. In a plant, the leaves appear green due to the presence of a green pigment. What is the main role of the pigment in the plant? A. It helps in absorbing light energy for photosynthesis. B. It stores water and minerals for the plant. C. It protects the plant from harmful radiation. And D. It prevents water loss from the leaves. The correct answer is option number A, because chlorophyll absorbs light energy. This is needed for photosynthesis. It does not store water. So option A is the correct answer. The next question is question number 39. A glass of water is kept in a refrigerator for several hours. After a while, the water level in a glass decreases. Which of the following is most likely responsible for this? A. The glass material is absorbing water. B. Some water evaporated from the glass due to cold temperature. C. The water has turned into vapor and escaped from the fridge. D. Water is being absorbed by the refrigerator. The correct answer is option number C, because some water evaporates slowly. It escapes as a vapor, so water level reduces. Hence option C is the correct answer. Our last question is question number 40. When a piece of metal is heated, it expands. If the metal is allowed to cool, it contracts. Which of the following best explains this phenomenon? A. The molecules of the metal vibrate more as the temperature increases, causing the metal to expand. B. The metal absorbs energy, making it grow in size. C. The metal gains mass upon heating, causing it to expand. And D. The metal molecules become smaller and denser when heated. The correct answer is option number A. Why? Because heat increases molecular. Again. The correct answer is A. Why? Because heat increases molecular vibration and particles move apart. So metal expands and cooling reverses this. Thus option A is the correct answer. So students, great work finishing sample paper 1 of class 7th. Focus on understanding, not cramping. Keep practicing and stay confident. See you in the next sample paper.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful content.